Hello and welcome to the Ohio Valley Sim Sports 358 Modified Mayhem Tour. Tonight we are at the legendary Knoxville Speedway, where we are looking at approximately 10 or 11 cars on track tonight, duking it out for supremacy. If you are paying any attention to this series here, right now we've got a very, very tight points race. 5 races, well, this will be race number 5 into this season. Only 1 point separates first from second in the championship standings, and less than 50 points between the top 5. It is going to be a very, very hard run, tight fought battle, all the way down to the wire if they keep going like this. Right now, in the last 3.5 minutes of practice here, Chris Mills, the number 11 car, our current points leader, just under a tenth of a second faster than second place Hunter Alelovich in that 099 car. But ladies and gentlemen, we're about ready to get going with tonight's event. So why don't we go through our opening ceremonies? Join me in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming,
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,
and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, a minute and a half left in this practice session before we jump into some heat racing action. Chris Mills, Hunter Alelovich, Dawson Contrail still at the top of the leaderboard. Daniel Northcutt showing a little bit of speed here tonight. Not all that far away, but from our leaders. Garrett Bauer, 5th fastest car, that 27 car there. Our top 5 cars separated by 0.07 of a second as far as their best lap is concerned. There was some talk in the meeting earlier tonight about track conditions. Is it going to be slick? Is it going to be tacky? What setup do you want to run here? This is a fixed setup series, meaning everybody here is running the exact same setup. But there are some small changes that you can make depending on what you expect the track can be. With these cars, mostly your pitman arm length and your steering ratio. Typically, you want those to be an extremely fast-acting ratio to help catch these slides, but some drivers, they prefer slower, so see what kind of changes they make, how fast these guys can make their cars as we come to the end of our practice session. And it does appear we will go into a qualifying session here. 10 cars, I believe, in the field. Aaron Murphy gridded up, ready to roll out for his qualifying lap. First car on the track in that 41 machine. See what kind of lap time he can put down. Qualifying these cars, it's going to be all about being smooth, not getting too much rotation in that car, and not sawing on that wheel any more than you absolutely have to. Every time you turn that wheel, you're basically applying a brake to these race cars. So the less you can turn that wheel, the faster you will typically be, as we got Aaron coming around for lap number 1 here. Across the line, he will make a 1939. And Aaron finishing his qualifying run at 1932, but right now Daniel Northcutt, our fastest car on track, running a 1916, but just got bested by the 8 car of Jason Smith. Jason Smith now on the pole position, a 1911 as his fast lap. Right now, Jason Smith just ahead of points leader Chris Mills. 400ths of a second separating those two cars, so not a lot in it there. Now we got the Contrail brothers getting ready to pull out on track. Dawson and Cody.
You're good.
Riding along with Cody Contrail on track at the moment here. Coming to take his first time lap right now. See where he can put himself as he crosses the line for the first lap. Up to 5th position. But Dawson a little bit faster there, up to 2nd now. 100th of a second slower than our pole sitter. See if Dawson can improve on that and maybe snag the pole position away as he crosses the line here. A little bit slower that time, a 19.20. Not enough. He is going to have to settle for 2nd place starting position. 100th of a second slower than our pole sitter Jason Smith in that number 8 car. That will be everybody. And now we are getting ready for heat race number 1. Let's take a look at our starting lineup. On pole position, Jason Smith with the fastest time in qualifying. Chris Mills, 2nd fastest in qualifying. Chris was 2nd fastest. I believe he is now 3rd fastest. But starting in the 2nd position, outside pole position, is Chris Mills. Garrett Bauer in that 27 car will be starting inside of row 2 with Timothy Dunn in that 03 machine outside of him in 4th. Row 3 sees Aaron Murphy in that 41 car with Hunter Alilovich starting outside of him. As we get ready to go racing. Pace truck leading them around the track here. Not too sure what to expect as far as what line is going to prevail. If you want to run that higher line, get the momentum off the corner, or run the inside right down near that inside berm. Definitely do not want to run down by that inside wall, because there is a berm in there that you hit that, you will lose control of your car and you will cost yourself more time than you think. Pace truck off the field now, leaving the field in the hands of Jason Smith. Green flag in the air. A good start from that second row inside. Thought about looking to the bottom there. Wasn't quite able to make a move. Jason Smith with a nice jump out front down the back straightaway. Garrett Bauer still thinking about making a move on second place Chris Mills, but having to work with Aaron Murphy on the outside of him. Aaron way up in those marbles there. That's going to cost him just a little bit of time. You don't get as much traction on that extreme high line that 41 was just on. And you see the 41 move down. In fact, he's going to make a little contact with the back bumper of that 27 machine of Garrett Bauer. All is good. They keep going straight. 41 down to the bottom, trying to sneak third place away. Give that position to Murphy. Aaron making the pass up 2 positions now from his starting spot. Good start for that 41 machine. The crossover move from Bauer. Nice tight door-to-door action right here for third. As well, 5th place, there's a battle going on. Hunter Alelovich on that Laurel line. Timothy Dunn on the outside. Gives the position to Hunter in that 099 car. Jason Smith still holding on to the lead at the front of this pack as we come to the halfway point of heat race number 1. But he cannot rest easy if he looks in a rearview mirror that these cars do not have. He will see that there is an 11 car right behind him. Now these guys do have the option of running a virtual mirror, but real life, these cars do not run mirrors, they do not run spotters. It's all on the driver to know where traffic is around him, simply by the feel and sound of things. As we see Chris Mills looking to the inside, trying to take the lead away. Down the front or back straightaway. Still side by side for the lead. Jason Smith able to pull back just ahead of that 11 car. But Chris is still not going away. 3 laps to go in this heat race. A little bit of a gap opening up now between our leader, 2 leaders here. Garrett Bauer's got a train behind him. Aaron Murphy immediately behind him. Hunter Alelovich not all that far behind. And Timothy Dunn still isn't out of the question in this as they come 2 laps to go. White flag in the air now as they cross the line. Jason Smith still in the lead. Chris Mills just behind him. 1 last set of corners to try to make a move for that 11 car. And he looks to the bottom, catches that berm. He's going to send that car sliding sideways. Now he's going to have to hold off the 27 to Garrett Bauer. Bauer across the line ahead as we have a car hard into the outside wall down the front straightaway. Jason Smith with the win in heat race number 1. Garrett Bauer coming up second. Chris Mills third. Hunter Alelovich bringing up 4th. And now we are getting ready to grid up heat race number 2. Dawson Contrail taking pole position in this race with a 77 of Daniel Northcutt on the outside pole. Cody Contrail got the Contrail boys starting first and third, one behind the other, with Isaac Fox in that 94 car. I believe that is Fox's first start here in the Ohio Valley Simsports Modified Mayhem Tour. But Fox starting 4th outside of row 2. And at the back of this pack, you see that 18 car of David Murphy bringing up 5th position. As they come across the line, they're one lap remaining before they get sent green flag racing. Contrail boys starting first and third, one behind the other. Are we going to see any teamwork here between those two? In fact, why don't we hop on board with Cody Contrail in the 22 car, starting from the third position. See what it looks like from his POV as they take the green flag. And green is in the air. See Dawson with a nice jump on that restart. Pulls away. Cody trying to follow him through. In fact, Cody will take second away, but David Murphy making a big move up into third on that start. Those boys on that outside row just were not ready and were caught sleeping. David Murphy up to third from starting dead last, but Contrail boys up front. Dawson in the lead. Cody right behind a couple of car lengths. We go green flag racing here. 7 laps remaining in this heat race. No change at the front. In fact, the pack has kind of settled out here. Isaac Fox, though, a little bit of pressure behind him with that 77 car of Daniel Northcutt. Northcutt looking to try to sneak inside, not quite able to get in there. As we see Fox making moves here. Looked outside, looked back down to the bottom, trying to make a move on Murphy. Didn't get the bumper down there and has to deal with Northcutt looking to the inside. Northcutt slides back, but dives it into the turn here, gets inside, they make some late contact. Keep it going straight. Northcutt trying everything he can to not finish in last place at the halfway mark here in heat race number 2. Isaac still not getting away from that 77 of Northcutt. Northcutt fighting hard, trying to get 4th place away, but seems like that outside line's starting to come to life here. Two laps to go here. Still a three-way battle for third. David Murphy currently in third place, but Isaac Fox, Northcutt right behind him. Both of these cars looking to make a move as they look almost 3 wide going into 1 and 2. That would be 3 and 4 there. White flag in the air. Dawson Contrail way out to the lead. Now 2 seconds ahead of Cody. David Murphy still holding on to third place as we get the checkered flag in the air. Dawson Contrail will win heat race number 1. Cody will come in second with David Murphy holding on for third. Isaac Fox, Daniel Northcutt rounding out the field here. Now we will get ourselves a last chance qualifier here. 3 cars in this one. Everyone will transfer to the feature, but these guys get one last chance to settle out where they will start the feature race. But starting on pole position in this race will be Aaron Murphy in that 41 machine with Daniel Northcutt just outside of him. And the back of this pack will be Timothy Dunn. As the pace truck pulls out, Got Northcutt playing some games out there ahead of the pace truck. He better slow down there. Let that pace truck back by him. So far, some clean green flag racing in both heats. See if we get more of the same here. And in fact, I don't see us going yellow in this last chance qualifier. These guys have been racing very respectfully so far this season, especially tonight here. Giving each other plenty of room. Some light contact between cars, but not enough to get anyone unsettled. And I don't see anything changing here in this final qualifier for tonight. As we get ready to go green flag race, and you see the pace truck pulling ahead, and the early jump from that 41. Out and ahead early. But Northcutt right there to try to make a move, trying to take first place back away, but he catches a little bit of that outside wall. That's going to give Murphy the advantage and allow Murphy to get just a little bit ahead. About a 0.4 of a second lead up to Murphy from Northcutt. And about a half second back to Dunn. Pretty evenly matched right now as they go through this race. Nine laps to go here, coming to 8 to go. Murphy still in the lead. Northcutt slowly reeling him in though. In fact, we will have a battle for the lead with 7 laps remaining in this race. Northcutt to the inside. Murphy way up in that darker marbly area. Not enough traction to hold that car out there. That will give Northcutt the lead. Murphy back to second. Dunn still running behind these guys. Not that far behind there in third place. We are almost done. Our last chance qualifier. Like I said, everyone's going to make the feature race tonight. This is just settling out the final 3 starting positions for the field. Northcutt we saw in practice with some solid lap times, qualified pretty decently as well, but having to go to the last chance qualifier to finalize his starting position in the feature race tonight. Not the move that you want to do, especially when you find that you have some speed in that race vehicle. But sometimes you just have the luck of the draw that you have to deal with, as we are now 3 laps remaining in this qualifier. Northcutt pulling out, now 7/10 ahead of Aaron Murphy. Murphy, though, slowly slipping back just a little bit towards that 03 of Timothy Dunn. Timothy diving it in, trying to make up some ground on that 41, ended up costing him time. Dunn trying everything he can to reel that 41 in. He is slightly faster, just making mistakes, trying to push too hard. White flag in the air for the 77 of Northcutt. One more time around. And I think we see our finishing lineup here. Daniel Northcutt will hold on for the win. Aaron Murphy sliding back one position off that start. Finishing second. Timothy Dunn at the back of this pack. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. 3 minutes left for these guys just to get a little bit of a warm-up session in here. I am not quite sure what's going on exactly with the overlays. They are kind of working tonight at least, but not working as well as I would like them to. So, unfortunately going to have to deal with the bar on the side and not across the top that I would prefer to show the positions and where they be running, as it just doesn't seem to want to work properly. I will keep playing and see if we can maybe get something to happen here, as it does sometimes decide it will work. As it does seem to be going to try to play nice right now. Minute 52 left in this section. Dawson Contrail, as we saw, was quick in his heat race. Was at the top of the board until Chris Mills and Cody Contrail said, nope, we are going to blow by you, Dawson. And now Garrett Bauer up there as well, moving up to second behind Chris Mills. Dawson's not taking this lightly, though. He is now second fastest car on the track. Only 0.02 of a second slower than Chris Mills. Right now, the top 4 cars, exactly 1/10 of a second separating them. Top 5, just over 1/10. Could be a very close race with the lap times these boys are running right at the moment. 11 cars in this race tonight for our feature race, which I do believe, if I remember correctly, will be 40 laps. Seconds remain in our warm-up session. Chris Mills, Dawson Contrail, Jason Smith, the top 3 fastest cars out there on the track, at least lap time wise. And it's about the same as what we saw all night long so far, as this warm-up is now at an end.
Remember what I told all my drivers? Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time. Drivers, start your engines!
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready for some green flag racing here at Knoxville Speedway. Take a look at our starting lineup. Jason Smith in that number 8 car is our pole sitter, with Dawson Contrail sitting just outside of him. Garrett Bauer in that 27 car will start on the inside of row number 2, with Cody Contrail on the outside in 4th. Row number 3, Chris Mills in that 11 car, fast car all night long, will be starting inside in that 5th position, with David Murphy outside of him. Row 4 sees Hunter Olelovich in that 099 car, with Isaac Fox in that 94 starting outside in 8th. Row 5, we see Daniel Northcutt in that 77 machine with Aaron Murphy in that 41. In 10th position outside of row 5. Bringing up the back of this pack, that's 03, Timothy Dunn. As we get ready to go green flag racing here at Knoxville Speedway. Watch these guys, they've been very fast all night, very close lap time wise. It can be any one, especially the top 5. Any one of their race. As we get ready to go to the green, we see the pace truck pulling away. And Jason Smith jumping out to an early lead. Over Garrett Bauer, side by side for the... no, now it is Jason Smith, Garrett Bauer, Dawson Contrail, Cody Contrail is our top 4. All kind of single filed out. Chris Mills fighting on that bottom though. Trying to sneak away, or sneak up on a position. But as they are now side by side for 4th place, give that to Chris Mills. As we have a caution on the field already. Seems Timothy Dunn has had issues at the back of this pack. On the inside of Aaron Murphy. Slides up, makes contact with Daniel Northcutt, turning him around. Bringing out the caution early on into tonight's event. All kinds of action, not quite sure where to even concentrate there, but Jason Smith holding on to the lead right now. Garrett Bauer holding on, or up 1 position from his starting spot in 2nd. Dawson Contrail lost that one though. In 3rd. As we get ready here, I believe we might go 1 to green here, as we got a couple of cars that appears on pit road at the moment. Not quite sure why we'd have these cars on pit road, but don't believe they caught damage, but maybe they got damage we didn't see and they're trying to get some damage repaired. And we are back. Green flag racing. 3 laps into this race. Jason Smith with a good start. But Dawson Contrail not ready to give up. He is there on the bottom looking to make a move for the lead. Side by side with Smith. Not quite able to get by him. Smith back out front by about a car length. But Contrail has company with the 27 of Garrett Bauer. Fighting hard here in the top 4, top 5 cars. No one pulling away from anyone here. throw the top 5 under a blanket. They will not separate for much here at the moment. As we have another caution on the track. See if we can see what happened back here. Timothy Dunn, Isaac Fox. Some contact there between Hunter Lelovich and I believe that's Isaac Fox and Timothy Dunn. Sending those cars around. These top 5 boys or drivers here loving and hating these caution flags. Jason, our leader, wishing it would go green, give him a chance to try to drive away from this group behind him. Everyone else in that top 5 loving that these cautions are keeping them tight, giving them a chance to make a move and get up there. Should be close to getting the 1 to green here. As across the line, it does not appear to be this time. Doing a couple more caution laps. Trying to figure out exactly where these boys are lining up, which shouldn't be too hard. iRacing takes care of that. Maybe it is a race control situation where they're trying to figure out exactly what caused that incident and where the penalty, if any, needs to be applied. See our field now double filing up. Lights on that pace truck are off. We are going to go back green flag racing. Jason Smith in control. Dawson Contrail starting on his outside. Pace truck is off. Jason is going. Dawson was able to move down and close that door on the inside row, but look down there at the bottom. Garrett Bauer is right there trying to fight back for second place. Chris Mills back here working on Cody Contrail, trying to get around that 22 car. Having to fall back in line. See that outside line, it's starting to slick off a little bit. That can affect the traction as we see Aaron Murphy get a little bit sideways. End up on that berm like we were talking about at the top of the show. And look at all the time it has lost him. Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, we have a change for the lead. Jason Smith had it. Dawson Contrail drove up there and took it. In fact, Jason's going to lose a couple of positions. Garrett Bauer now around him. Garrett Bauer up to second. Jason Smith is right there fighting, trying to take it back. But Jason down a couple positions now from where he restarted. Chris Mills has fallen back just a little bit though. That 11 car being right up there in that mix, but some of this shuffling around that allowed a gap to open up between him and the 22 of Cody Contrail. Jason Smith falling that couple positions. He's still looking, trying to make a move on Bauer, trying to regain at least one position. Not quite able to get anywhere close, and in fact, this group is tightening up here, second through fourth. Right now, though, we're looking at the biggest gap we've seen all race long here. 0.6 of a second back from first to second. A little further back in the pack here, we got Timothy Dunn battling with Aaron Murphy for 7th position. Timothy on the bottom there. Got Hunter Alelovich in that 099 car just behind. Trying to follow that 03 through. All three not able to get the momentum there. In fact, he's going to have to hold off that 099 car. Alelovich on the bottom. They're making a move on Dunn. That inside line does not seem to have quite enough pace off the corner to make the move stick. "20 laps to go in this race." See Aaron Murphy, he is currently running where he started. He was up a few positions until he caught that berm, sent him sliding back to the back of the pack and not able to regain any of those positions that he lost. Alelovich now just ahead of that 03 car, Timothy Dunn. He's now up into 8th place. Timothy trying to pull the crossover move though. Slid up a little bit, could not get that car to hook the bottom and had to back off the throttle. Now he is going to face a challenge from the 41 of Murphy. In fact, we see Dunn struggling with the handling of that race car at the moment. Did not get the car to stick the last couple of corners. That's going to allow the 41 to go around him, take 9th place away. Daniel Northcutt here in the 77 got a little bit of a gap behind him to the 99 of Alelovich, but there is a large gap ahead of him, almost or a little over 1 second to the 11 car of Chris Mills. Chris Mills right now working on the 22 of Cody Contrail, trying to sneak past for 4th. Mills on the bottom, Contrail on the top. Contrail's able to hold on for the time being. Dawson Contrail though at the front. That gap's kind of closed back up a little bit. Garrett Bauer slowly reeling in our leader. Down to a half second from the 6 or 7 tenths it was earlier. And in fact, now it is down to 3/10 of a second, and that time out of turn 2, or turn 4 I believe that was. Dawson still in the lead. They're both running that lower line at the moment. Bauer running some pretty solid lap times, a little bit faster than our leader, about a tenth or so faster than that last time by. Dawson faster that time across the line. This time though, almost 2 tenths faster, as we have a caution on the track. Looks like we might have had an issue with David Murphy in that 18 car. Murphy with that would appear to be the 94 of Isaac Fox. Make a little bit of contact and it just sends that 18 car turning around. Bringing out the caution for the 3rd time tonight. Leader Dawson Contrail not wanting to see that caution. He was seeing that 27 car, Garrett Bauer, closing that gap just a little bit. As we are getting ready to go back, green flag racing. Lights are off on our Chevy Silverado pace truck, meaning that we will send these guys back loose once they make it back to the start-finish line. Although the restarts are on the leader, as soon as that pace truck leaves the racing surface, that leader can go at any time he wants. And you see Contrail taking off, jumping out to an early lead ahead of Bauer. Cody Contrail, Jason Smith, even Daniel Northcutt right here. Chris Mills actually slipping back just a little bit, losing a few positions back to 7th off that restart, and still bleeding. Smith right on the back bumper of Cody Contrail, trying to sneak by for 3rd, not able to get anywhere close to it. Has a back bumper full of Daniel Northcutt. Northcutt looking to make a move down low. Smith closes that door, does not allow that 77 to sneak in there. That battling, though, has allowed the top two cars to kind of pull away. Cody Contrail in third here, having the biggest battle behind him. Even the 41, we have not seen much of that 41 here last few laps, but now with 9 laps to go, Aaron Murphy is now once again in contention here for the top 5. Right behind Daniel Northcutt in that 77 machine, who is currently holding on to 5th place, but Chris Mills looking to the inside of that 41 car. Side by side here through 3 and 4. Murphy able to hold on for the moment being, but that 11 of Chris Mills very fast on that bottom, trying to make a move. Cody Contrail has managed to catch up to our second place driver, Garrett Bauer, slipped back a little bit. It is 4 cars under a blanket, 5th and 6th, not that far behind, or, well, 6th and 7th, not that far behind, and then it's just a cluster. Really, from third on back. One small mistake can cost you a lot of time here in this group. Jason Smith looking to the bottom of Cody Contrail. Had to check up a little bit. Did not get the grip he wanted out of that car. Caused a little bit of a bottleneck as we see that 77 into the outside wall. Aaron Murphy moving up a position into 5th. Chris Mills looking below him. Timothy Dunn is going to get around that 77. In fact, they make a little bit of light contact there. Keep things going straight, though, luckily enough. Aaron Murphy, one of the big gainers in that transaction right there. Up into the top 5. In fact, right now, he is the biggest mover of the race. Up 5 positions from where he started. As we are now 3 laps to go. Dawson Contrail enjoying one of the biggest leads we've seen this entire race at about 1.3 seconds over second place, Garrett Bauer. Bauer's able to open that gap back up to Contrail just a little bit. About 0.4 of a second between second and third. Jason Smith has gap 5th place, Aaron Murphy a little bit as well, but there is our Hornet's Nest still for 5th. Murphy has it. Chris Mills wants it back. White flag in the air one more time around. Dawson Contrail in easy control as he comes down the back straightaway one final time. Contrail will hold on for the win. Garrett Bauer easily takes second with Cody Contrail finishing third. Jason Smith, Aaron Murphy will round out our top 5. Chris Mills falling a little bit short from his starting spot. Will finish in 6th. Daniel Northcutt, Timothy Dunn, Hunter Olilovich, Isaac Fox, David Murphy round out our field tonight. Some exciting racing all throughout the entire pack. Had a battle for every position except for really the lead. We had a very quick one. Dawson Contrail, Jason Smith. Smith led a lot of laps early in the race, but managed to slip up just a little bit and fell back to his final finishing position there of 4th place, just outside of the top 3. Dawson Contrail with a lot of pace at the end there. Managed to get ahead, pull out a nice little lead, and hold on to it there Having to hold off on a couple of restarts, though, to do that and take the final checkered flag. As we wait to see if our top 3 join us in the booth here for a post-race interview. Give them a few minutes to finish up what they're doing, the Contrail brothers. And there we go. Well, why don't we pull our third place finisher, Cody Contrail, into the broadcast booth with us. Cody, how is it going tonight?
Oh, it's going pretty good. How about you?
Oh, pretty solid. You had a fast race car out there, but you just couldn't quite keep up with those two ahead of you. What more would it have taken to catch that? Another restart, or did those guys have some...
I mean, honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of sucked. I mean, I race with my brother all the time, since we were little, and I mean, he's pretty good. Not sure about Garrett, but I mean, he ran a hell of a race. Yeah, hats off to both of them. Happy to be here. First podium. Can't thank Parker and Owen and all of them, for running with me every week and stuff like that. Mitch. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We got something good going on here, and have fun running the league every week.
Absolutely, and throughout the majority of that race, from second on back, we had one heck of a battle. It could have gone pretty much any which way of about 6 or 7 different drivers. You held on.
Yeah, for sure.
You definitely held on to take that final podium position there. Just how much of a battle was that in that pack there to keep that third position?
It pretty much just came down to like a strategy thing. I mean, it's hard to make passes here at Knoxville, especially with the small blocks, and it just comes down to waiting your turn, being patient, and waiting for the guy in front of you to slip up.
Absolutely, and there weren't many mistakes made between the top 5 or 6 drivers, really, to go through tonight's race. So it was definitely a battle for you to make those positions and to keep those positions, eh?
Yeah, it came down, honestly, that last restart. Dawson got a good start, which left an opening between second and third. I squeezed my way in there, made it work. So, yeah, glad I made that work out and didn't, wreck everyone. But, yeah, other than that, I mean, that was my chance to get the third, and I had nothing for first and second.
Well, we definitely saw a lot of pace out of pretty much everyone tonight on the pack. Like you said, you guys from second on back to about 5th or 6th, you guys were nose to tail for the majority of the race. Held on for third, Cody. Congratulations. You've already thanked a lot of people, but is there anyone else you want to thank for helping making that car so fast?
Yeah, Black Shadow Speed Labs, Daniel Betts, Owen Check, Parker Lucas, Dawson, Mitch, Night Courts, RX Fit, 5.3 Titanium Extreme Power Plants, 31 engagements. That's about it. Thank you guys for putting the league on every week, and it's a lot of fun. Definitely look forward to running it for as many weeks as I can up until our race season starts. But yeah, it's fun. You guys got something good going on.
Well, we definitely got a solid group of drivers here in this series. Look forward to what goes on for the remainder of the season. We've got a very tight points race, and tonight's finish is going to shake that up even more. So,
Yep. Alrighty.
Looking forward to seeing what you can do going on the remainder of the season there, Cody, and congratulations on finishing third.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Congratulations to Garrett and Dawson, too.
Alrighty. Well, that was our third place finisher, but why don't we bring our second place finisher into the booth now here, Mr. Garrett Bauer in that 27 car. Garrett, how are you feeling right now? You guys got to be pretty tired out after that battle.
Sorry. Yep, sorry, I messed that up. Oh yeah. The track just started slicking it off, and whenever restart just came another challenge. I'm not the best on the outside for restarts, so it made it a little bit more difficult, but we somehow managed to pull off a second place finish, so I'm happy.
Well, and what was the secret for you there, especially that mid part of the race when it was a big battle between like second right through to about fifth place? You guys were all under a blanket pretty much. What was the secret to staying ahead of those guys?
Just being able to hit my marks, staying on the bottom, rolling the bottom as close to the berm as possible. 1 and 2 are my money corners where I could just get a good run off the backstretch and then just be able to maintain it through 3 and 4. So I was just able to keep putting a little bit more distance on myself, and then when I felt like I had enough, I'd try a different line going into 3 and 4. Just had nothing out there for the leader though to catch him on 3 and 4. I'd lose him.
Well, we definitely saw some quick lap times, not only out of Dawson, but you definitely were quicker than him a couple of laps. What do you think it would have taken to try to catch that car up?
Probably if we had another restart, I think. My car was really good in like the first 3 to 4 laps against Dawson, me and him battling. And then once he found his line, he would just be able to roll away from me. So maybe if I had another restart with less than 10 to go, I may have been able to pull something off. But Dawson just had the better car tonight.
Well, definitely no slouch there in that 27 machine tonight. You definitely ran some quick lap times. For a couple of laps, you were putting the pressure on the leader. Just he managed to pull away at the critical moment and pull ahead and get that win. But you know what? All in all, Garrett, really strong run for you tonight. You held on for a second place. Congratulations. I'm sure there's a few folks you want to thank for helping getting that car going fast.
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Bauer Farms. This is my family-owned farm. We do a lot, and just being able to have the time to do this makes it all worth it. And then Penske Racing Shocks, Precision Automotive, Bicknell for making fast cars. Good rebound week after last week's hell. This came out pretty good, so I can't complain.
Absolutely. I'm looking at the point standings right now. You are showing in 20th place with 39 points. Our leaders at 200, Chris Mills. Chris didn't have the strongest race tonight, but he still had a solid finish. But this is definitely going to help move you up that leaderboard just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not too focused on the points. Being a farmer, have a full-time job. Can't always make it every Saturday, so I'm just here to race and have fun and contend for the wins.
Well,
If I finish in the top 15, I finish in the top 15. I'll be happy wherever I finish in the points as long as I'm running towards up the front.
Well, you've definitely shown tonight that you are a contender when you are on track. You got a lot of pace in that car. You got a lot of fans back home supporting you, a lot of sponsors. So congratulations once again on a second place, and we look forward to seeing what you can do the remainder of the season.
Appreciate it, Tom. Hopefully talk to you next week.
With any luck, Garrett. All right, that was our second place finish, but why don't we bring the man of the hour in, our race winner, Mr. Dawson Contrail in that 21 machine. Dawson, you kind of drove away there those last couple of laps there, gave us the biggest lead we've seen the entire race, but for the most part, it was a pretty tight battle for the majority of that race between the top 5, top 7 cars.
Yeah, definitely. I knew I had a decent enough car that once I got out to the front, I thought I'd be good. But here at Knoxville, when the track's that tacky still, it's kind of hard to get up there because it's real hard to pass here. But my buddy T-Will back in the pits had this thing rolling.
Well, we just talked with Garrett there, who finished in second behind you, and he said that he figured he was a little bit quicker than you in 1 and 2, but you kind of drove away in 3 and 4 on him. What was the difference? Was it something in the line, you think, or was it just the way the car handled for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, 1 and 2, once I got up to the lead, saw he was catching me on the bottom. So I started kind of running a throttle line, and I was able to keep my momentum built up. But as the race went on, the throttle line went away, and I just started hooking the bottom there towards the end, and it seemed to work. 3 and 4, I pretty much ran a throttle line, whole race. Whereas I don't think he could run the throttle line. He was trying to hook the bottom, and I think I had a lot more momentum built up down straightaways.
Yeah, well, and it definitely helped you out there having that little extra pace in 3 and 4 than him. But he's definitely going to be a bit of a contender, I think, in future races. But you know, you and your brother Cody, you guys put on one heck of a run tonight, both up one position from where you started. What's the secret there? Is there a little bit of brotherly love practice going on, or?
I mean, I didn't really get to talk to Cody a whole lot this week, but talked to him this morning, told him about what the track's probably going to end up doing, what the setup's like, and then as the race goes on, I mean, him spotting, telling me where people are, and I'm just trying to help him because I have clean air to help put the car at for the line. But yeah, it was good to see him finish in the top 3. He definitely needed it.
I just saw that our race admin just updated the points, and after tonight's race there, Dawson, you just moved up into second place behind Chris Mills. The gap has opened up. He is now at 242. You have 223 points after tonight's event. So you're definitely moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I had to miss the first race because I was racing in real life, but I've had some good runs since then, so slowly getting there.
Absolutely. Well, Dawson, I'm sure you got a few sponsors, a few family, a few friends you want to thank for helping get that car out there and put the show on you guys did tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Black Shadow Speed Labs for everything they do with wraps and setups and everything. Check Race Wraps for making the car look real nice. Control Tile Lab. Daniel Betts Performance for the setup help. Owen Check Racing. See it. Cole Mitchell Setups. I'd like to thank Lucas Performance, RX Fit, Night Courts, Restaurant and Lounge, and I'd like to thank Cody Contrail, Pelka Lucas, Daniel Betts, Owen Check, Cole Mitchell, and T. Will for making this thing go fast. I'd like to thank my mom for watching the broadcast and cheering me on in the living room. Isaac Fox, he was in here with us today. I was able to help him a bit, and he was able to help me, spotting me and everything, so I gotta thank him. Yeah, there's a lot of people that make this car go around the track real good, and couldn't do it without them.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of people don't realize just what it goes, even on the sim racing side of things, just what it takes to make these cars go, how much time and effort it takes, especially in a league as competitive as this, to find that pace and get the car going fast.
Yeah, definitely. It takes a lot of work and dedication to try and get better. I've worked a lot with Owen Check and Cole Mitchell to help me get faster, so that definitely has helped me a lot.
Alrighty, Dawson. Well, I think this will be the end of our broadcast here tonight. Congratulations on taking the checkered flag tonight. That was a heck of a race you guys put on out there. I can't ask for anything better for a show tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Back to back.
Absolutely. All right, Dawson. Congratulations once again. Look forward to seeing what you bring for the remainder of this season.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will bring us to an end for tonight's broadcast. This was the Ohio Valley Sim Sports 358 Modified Mayhem Tour at Knoxville Speedway. We saw a bunch of cars fighting it out for the win tonight. Any one of them, just a small mistake could have been the difference here. We saw Dawson Contrail run a flawless race to take that checkered flag. Garrett Bauer held on for a hard-fought second with Dawson's brother Cody holding on for that final podium. We will return next Saturday, and I do believe, I'll have to double check, but I do believe that the schedule has been changed to be a double header to allow for a special event the weekend after. So we will for sure broadcast from Lanier Speedway next Saturday night. And possibly Lucas Oil as well. So hopefully we will see you once again next weekend. I am Tom Quiring. Thanks for joining us. It has been a pleasure. Talk to you later.